Hello everyone. We are here at car wash, Want Car Wash. I hope I pronounce it right. When I returned from Vancouver, the day after when I was driving the car, I felt that the brakes were having kind of a rusty sound, and I believe that it's probably because there is salt that is used to maintain the roads as safe as possible, right? I don't want Elantra to get damaged, and that's what I'm going to do. It's going to be my first time. I have no idea how this works. I always went to touchless car washes, and the reason why I can't do that is because of my cargo box. There is an arm that goes over the car, and it may touch the cargo box. So if you have any accessories, you can't use the touchless car wash. And I have two. I have the cargo and I have the awning. So there is no way I can. I just realized I may never again use a touchless car wash. Okay, I called the number on the wall to ask how much time every $2, and it's about 3 minutes only. So I want to wash all the tires. I am going to put about $4. So Elantra is now all pre-soaked. I didn't put the tripod out. It is difficult to wash and hold the camera at the same time. Wet. I didn't know I was going to get so wet. I opened the door, so all this humidity goes out for at least a moment, but I see that the rack attack has still a little bit of soap and under. And I also was able to put the high power rinse under the car and rinse a little bit. I don't know if it made a difference or not, but yes, now Elantra, it's pretty clean. I'm done. What I need to do now is definitely going for a shower and change my clothes because I got all wet. So we are here at a park that has a table for me to bring my stuff and cook, and a picnic table, and we're going to cook some dinner. Chicken this time. I'm going to cook chicken, inshallah. So it is incredible the amount of dog and bird poop that is in this park. Again, we can't do anything about the bird poop, but the dogs owners, I love dogs as well, I love them, but it's not the responsibility of the dog to pick up after themselves. It is the owner's responsibility, so please pick up after the dog, because then it accumulates with the bird poop and there's going to be a point where you can't walk anywhere. So it is clearly too much in this park. It is bad. It's so bad. Oh my. Oh, lucky me. I still haven't stepped on poop. Okay, so I brought the garbage bag that I started with breakfast the other day. And I got one cutting board for the chicken and another one for the veggies. Today is 4 degrees. Well, it was 4 degrees like an hour ago. It's getting darker. I want to cook before it's too late. But it is still 4 degrees, but the sensation is 2 degrees. I must say I'm not really cold. My hands always cold. That's something that hasn't changed. But it is definitely not as cold as the other day, probably because the wind is not blowing as hard. And this is the chicken. And cutlery, where we have what we need for the stove. Good. Regardless of how less cold it might be, my nose is always running. Okay, ready, steady, go. Okay, we are going to put garlic. And 2, 3, 4, 5. Onion. There you are. This is all the onion. I'm going to just peel these garlic cloves and smash them and put them then with the chicken after the chicken is half cooked, halfway through. Chicken. Everything together. And now we're going to start with the spices. Okay, cardamom is done. Salt. Red onion. Not red onion, red pepper. A little bit of oregano. As you can see, I mix everything. I have no idea what goes with what goes with veggies only, what goes with chicken only. I have no idea. I just like the taste of the spices and I put them all together. Oh, turmeric. This, we can't miss it. And now, ginger. Ginger. And with this wind, everything is flying everywhere. And I'm not going to put sriracha because I have a surprise for today's spices. Okay, this is looking good. Look at this. Delicious. But the chicken is still cooking. It's not ready yet. So I just wanted to say I never thought I was going to ever have a community. Yeah, it's been about 4 years since I thought about starting YouTube for the first time. And I'm happy I finally started it, because especially now, in a time where I really, really, really need the support, the encouragement, the kind words. I don't know, it's like every time I read one of your comments, it makes me emotional. I'm not going to lie, it makes me very emotional. And getting you to give me suggestions on how to do this or that to make my life easier, the encouragement of I'm going to be better, and maybe what I'm doing, it might be hard at the beginning, but it's the beginning of a beautiful journey that I might not even regret in the future. I'm just astonished by the amount of people supporting me. Yes, I don't know how to describe the feeling, but internally I am in constant pain and anguish still. But you guys give me that strength for me to keep going. And yesterday I was thinking about the amount of things that I want to do with this channel and share with you. And one of the things that I would love to share as soon as I can. But I'm not going to be able to do it with Elantra, because Elantra is not a 4x4. And yes, it is traveling to see my family one day. I don't know when that is going to happen, but my mom is old and I would like to see her again as soon as I can. One day, months ago, I was talking to my mom, and my mom is always asking me, are you coming this year? Are you coming this year? And it has been practically difficult for me to go, but we have a niece in Ecuador, and my family and I are from Uruguay, South America. She would love to travel with me on a vehicle, not by bus or not plane. She wants to experience the traveling in a vehicle through South America and meet again with her granddaughter. And I would love to make that possible for mom. And I was telling her, mom, if I can, I am going to travel with my own vehicle, because you have no idea how expensive it is to rent a vehicle in Uruguay. It's like an arm and a leg, and half of the other leg and the other arm, and one eye. It is so expensive. It is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. And it is in American dollars, and it is honestly nonsense. It is definitely nonsense. And I would definitely love to share that with you. Many, many plans, but that is the biggest plan that I have. Meet my family and introduce you to my family. It is getting very cold, and it's getting very dark. So I'm going to taste the chicken to see if it's good. The chicken is delicious, and I'm going to eat it with this sriracha. It is organic from Costco, and it is delicious. So I'm going to, I don't have a light right above me, so everything is going to be dark now, and I'm going to end my vlog here. I'm going to eat my chicken with sriracha and bread, sourdough bread, and I'm going to call it a day. So thank you so much for being here. See you next week, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.